Hello everybody, I'm Leora Sims. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another Lotso case. I have some explaining to do. For the purposes of this Lotso case, I made this lot a generic lot so that Susanna could get in and out of it without purchasing it. This is my first tiny home in The Sims 4 that I ever built. And I built this home before The Sims 4 Tiny Living Stuff Pack came out. A couple of days before it came out, to be exact. And I built it using base game items only. So it is on the gallery as a plain residential lot that you can download. And I went in after the new stuff pack and changed the lot type and saved it on the gallery as a tiny home, more specifically a small home. So there are two versions on the gallery of this home. One is base game only, and the other is base game and tiny living, which means that you will get all the perks of small living or tiny living or micro living. Specifically, you will get the perks of small living in this build. I have not been able to build a tiny home yet, or a micro home. So when I first built this base game lot before I got The Sims 4 Tiny Living, I called this a tiny home. When I went into build mode to change the lot type to a tiny home, I saw that it was a small home. So first I'm going to show you this home as a generic lot. You will be able to see the interior, and then I will change the lot type again on camera. And I built this home on a 30 by 20 lot space. I built it in Willow Creek. I think Willow Creek is a good location for tiny homes. I'd like to build tiny homes in every world in The Sims 4, but I decided that I was going to start with Willow Creek. So outside here, you have a trash can, and you have some usable plants. You have a basil plant, a parsley plant, a grapevine, a carrot plant, another carrot plant, and a sage bush. On this small little porch here, you have a barbecue and you have a mailbox. I feel like I've been practicing for tiny living builds even before I knew that there was a tiny living build pack coming to The Sims 4. I feel like I really started to practice for small builds when I built the mermaid house in my mermaid for my mermaid let's play. I really like this porch. I really wish I could have fit more on it, but if I made this porch bigger, it would have taken up more tiles. And I was happy that I did not have to make this build any smaller. As soon as I changed the lot type, it said it was good as a small house. I built something else that you will probably see next week, and I had to make that smaller in order for it to qualify as a small build. So when your sim steps into the lot, this is what you will see. Here is the bedroom slash living room slash eating area dining room. Inside there is a fridge and some counter space. There's a sink out here. It's the only sink in the build. I know it's more realistic to have two sinks in regular sized homes, but I love having the one sink in Sims homes, any Sim home, because I don't like when your Sims walk into the bathroom to wash the dishes. So I decided to put this sink in the kitchen. And in the bathroom, I really like this bathroom. I like the wallpaper I used. It's just another green siding, a lighter color green siding, and I love to use this green siding on the outside of houses. I've done it several times. But here you just have a simple toilet and a tub and shower combo. Again, I built this home without the benefit of the Tiny Living Stuff Pack originally, so I did not have the luxury of a Murphy bed or a smaller desk. And over here, your sim can sit. There is no TV here. I didn't envision the Sims living here to want a TV. And here's the door that gets your sim into the bathroom. Trying to remember if I'm skipping anything. Let me just go outside again real quickly. And the items used in this home are base game items only. Considering the updates and the packs we've been getting lately, I think that the Sims team was considering Tiny Living for a while. I saw it when they were gearing up for Strangerville. I saw it a little bit when I saw that they added these little foundations um, to the base game right before the Island Living expansion pack came out, because um, those foundations are very important for Island Living, but they patched the foundations into the base game, so you do not have to have Island Living to have these foundations. And there are, I think, there are several of them. There's at least 2, there may be 4. No, I didn't miss anything. So, I am going into build mode right now. I'm going to show you the lot during the different times of day. This is the morning light. This is the afternoon light. This is the evening light. This is the night light. I'm going to go back to afternoon light and show you some things over here. So, tiny home residential. It is a tiny home residential now. And it's 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Technically, it's 1 big room. And it says I've placed 83 tiles. And in order to have a small home, you need 100 tiles. as I said, I was very happy that all I did was change the lot type, and this turned blue right away. If I had too many tiles, as I did in my second build, it originally it would this would be red, and it would tell me that I had too many tiles, and it would well, it does. It gives me the requirements. So, yes, for tier 1, which is I'm sorry, tier 3, which is a small home, uh, you can use up to 100 tiles. For tier 2, you can use, um, 83 tiles. Um, I'm sorry, 83, it says 8364. And for micro home, 8332. So I used 83 tiles. I could have used 100, and this still would have been considered a small home. I actually did for a second make this home slightly smaller by pulling something back without deleting anything. But that brought me to 76 tiles, which still puts me in the realm of a small home. So I hit the back button and I kept it the way it was because I only wanted to make it smaller if I could get to the second, if I could have gotten to the second tier, which is the tiny home. So, if you want this home without the tiny living options, without the tiny living benefits, or the small living benefits, this is a base game home listed on the gallery as small home number 1. Small home 1. And again, small home 1 is a plain residential lot. If you want the home the way you see it in this video, it's listed as small home 1 TL, which means it has the benefits of the tiny living stuff pack. And my name on the gallery is Leora 18. I am now going to show you the roof in build mode. Actually, before I do that, let me show you the benefits of a small home. It says that with a small home you get a lightened load, which means that your bills are less, and you have the feeling good all the time perk. So here is the home. And as small home TL. It's listed as a tiny home residential. And this home is not expensive at all. It's 812 simoleons for a home. That is not expensive at all. And I wanted to keep this lot cheap because that's the whole point of living in a tiny home. People who want to own a home but may not have the money to own the biggest home, um, and may want to put their money towards other things like savings, for instance, could afford a home like this. And I believe I saw some tiny homes, some real tiny homes, that went for about 7,000 and 8,000, around that price range. Of course, they can be more expensive than that, but they're always gonna. I hope that they're always gonna be cheaper than a big home. And there are different reasons why someone wants to live in a tiny home. Besides the expense, some people just love the outdoors and they would just rather more outdoor space. And you have plenty of outdoor space in this home if you put it on a 30 by 20 lot space, which I did. And you already have plants for your sim. Again, my name on the gallery is Leora18. Thank you for watching and be happy, healthy, and safe.